Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone. Today we're going to be continuing to check out the Kobolds Catacombs expansion, this time with our third and final match of our Aggro Paladin deck. Aggro Paladin seems to be the new sort of resident king of aggro for this expansion, which is pretty exciting, especially since it is not a Murloc style of aggro. This one makes use of many of our tiny minions we're used to seeing, like Argent Commander and Patches, but kind of powers them up even more so with sort of some token druid-esque mechanics, like with the new unidentified Maul, which has a 1 in 3 chance of giving all your minions +1/+0, depending on which bonus effect you get. In addition to that, you have some other more classic buffs like Blessing of Kings, and the new Paladin legendary weapon Val'anyr, which also serves as a Blessing of Kings-esque mechanic. We've also got one pair of recruit cards, which are very good for the mid-game and late-game momentum, as well as pulling cheaper cards out of your deck towards the end of the game. And overall, it plays pretty darn consistently against pretty much everything. The main thing I would say to watch out for is probably Control Warlock or Demon Warlock that you might have seen going around, just because Taunt and AoE Clear are a pretty deadly combination against this deck. It's a pretty good option for most people who have the dust to spend. However, if you're a free-to-play player, you'd probably be better off holding off for something that's a little more affordable. I believe this has 4 legendaries in it, so maybe not an option for everyone. With that said, let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can get that third win.
Uther versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory. I will fight.
Alright, we're taking on a priest, which is actually pretty terrifying. However, we got an interesting hand. I will be keeping Argent Squire and Righteous Protector in hopes of a Rallying Blade. Unfortunately, we don't have the best possible hand for these combos. Probably end up having to coin into
The light dim.
I don't know. We're gonna lose out on at least 1 mana along the way, or 1 minion, and I'd rather not lose out on 1 minion. So, unless I want to coin into hero power, which actually wouldn't be that big of a deal in this deck.
The light protects me.
Against priest, that's just gonna encourage him to use more. Or encourage him to use an AoE spell earlier than I'd like him to. I'd really prefer he didn't play the AoE dragon here on curve. No AoE dragon, thank goodness. And he didn't get anything, it looks like, to pop the bubbles. Fantastic. That's actually really good for us. We will not be using Direwolf. Instead, we'll be going for the more permanent buff from the Rallying Blade. And let's get capitalizing on that. Ba-boom. We have some really good options here coming up. Our curve is very strong. AoE is definitely a problem that we need to watch out for, although, yep, that fact that we had Divine Shields was really strong against something like Spirit Lash. Still need to be wary, though, of an AoE board clear. I think in order to play around that a bit, I'm going to go ahead and Blessing of Kings my non-taunt minion. That way, AoE won't be quite as effective. Now, he may still have a Shadow Word Death, which I don't terribly care if he wants to hit my 6/6 here with that, since we have other strong cards, but yeah. We've got things pretty much sewn up at this point, unless he plays certain really key cards. Ooh, that's a good silence. Clutch. Does he still have an AoE clear? That would be a bummer. I'm a bit short of lethal. Nah, he's got a pain, but not a full board clear. That's actually comforting, because then we can call to arms. And if we happen to get Patches... Ooh! Oh, I guess it can also summon 2 Silverhand Recruits. That's actually pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage this turn. I mean, it's not lethal, but... I think the better play, though, is going to be call to arms. I was really hoping we'd get Patches on that, but that's okay. And we'll combo the... yeah, we're going to go ahead and use this coin. I don't want to hold on to it forever. We'll Direwolf Alpha for some extra damage. Because of Knife Juggler. Knife Juggler was really the deciding factor there, just because there's a good chance that, you know, he's going to do an AoE clear. But I figure if not, we basically have lethal again. Including the Maul. Actually, I guess we had lethal either way because of Leroy. But If he does a full board clear, we could still be a little bit short. Sorry I keep going back and forth on this. It's a little weird just because of the number of options that a priest has. And he got a 5/5 taunt. Kinda saw that coming. And unfortunately, it has lifesteal as well, which means we need to remove it in as few goes as possible. I think that the way to do that... Now, does Divine Shield count for that? I don't think it does. It might, and if it does, I'm going to be bummed, but it is what it is. 2 damage. I don't have a way to deal 3 damage. Oh, I do. Okay, we're going to go Champion's Maul.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Come on. Dang it, man. You've got to be kidding me. Now now I have to trade a minion away, I guess. Well,
I fight.
it is what it is.
What a bother.
It sucks that he's going to get the life off of both of these, but... And drop this right here. Wow. Damn. Of course he gets maybe the highest value target on my board. We still have this somewhat locked up, but here come the mass resurrection, so this is where everything turns. Our main hope here is going to be something like a Blessing of Kings and getting lucky if he has the resurrection. If he doesn't, we're good, but considering that Big Priest now runs 4 res cards that he's within mana range for... No? Will he resurrect still? If he resurrects, we're done. If he doesn't, we still have a chance. He doesn't, yes. And this actually sets us up to use a Divine Favor play. Not gonna Leroy. Ooh, that's pretty darn good. For 4 mana, we're definitely going to go for the Blessing of Kings. And I'm going to split my targets here so he doesn't have an obvious correct choice.
For justice.
Finish breaking our weapon so we can use the other one next turn, and we should have lethal next turn as long as he doesn't play a taunt. He can clear our whole board, he can Dragonfire this turn, but we will still have lethal between Leroy and the Rallying Blade. I love having fast movements. Oh no. And there goes our lethal. And he got the 4/8 as well, so it's going to be a bit of a pain to remove. God, another 8 life. What a pain in my ass. Okay. Well, we're going to a Rallying Blade. Remove this. Hope to God that it doesn't hit the 5/1. Hit the 2/1, hit the 2/1, hit the 2/1, hit the 2/1. Come on. And Corridor Creeper? This is super annoying. And it's about to it's only gonna get more out of hand. Gosh. We're so close, but honestly, this is the type of precipice that you get stuck on and can't recover. Oh, yes, no taunt. Shit, he had a death. Damn it. 1, 2... I can only deal 8, 9, 10, 11 damage, and he's at 15. We got Sunkeeper. I could play 1, 2, 3 minions. But then I couldn't afford Sunkeeper. Alternatively, I could Divine Favor for 2 cards.
Let me think.
Let's Knife Juggler. And Divine Favor for a couple more cards. And we're gonna hope for the Sunkeeper next turn instead. Gives our minions taunt. It's actually not as good as it could be, but since we're going to play it this turn, whatever. Once again, trying to spread the value so he can't super easily decide which minions are the most valuable. I could play 2 more minions this turn. I think getting a new weapon and putting up taunt is probably better, though. Yeah. Okay. We've got him almost licked. It's really down to can he get another Obsidian Statue or a Greater Healing Potion off this turn. If not, I can deal with almost anything because of Sunkeeper. Does he have a taunt? Oh my god, the pressure is killing me just because I know his deck so well. It's like my main deck for this expansion. Though I've learned, as fun as it is to play and as high as the win rate is, there's definitely a trade-off with that big priest deck, which is games are insanely long in the tooth. I mean, we're on 10 minutes into an aggro game right now, which is kind of shocking. Are you kidding me? He's gonna horror me. That's okay. As long as he doesn't play a taunt, we still have lethal. Oh, wait, do we have lethal? 6. Yes, we have lethal. Holy crap. No, we don't. We're one short. Oh my god. Give me patches. I swear to God, give me patches. Oh, thank Christ. I thought it was never going to happen.
For justice.
And there you have it. We actually managed to pull it all out in the end. I can't believe that worked out. Seriously. Well, there you go. That is probably one of the better demos you're going to get of this deck, since I know it tends to be a lot of just we played the cards in our hand and we were able to outpace the opponent. Here's an example of a game where we really got to use all the tools in our kit. I mean, we were down to 4 cards left in the deck, which is definitely, hopefully, a good learning match for you guys. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below so that I know. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.